We recently stayed at a vacation rental. It had great photos, great reviews. But when we walked in, the beds were dirty, had hair in the sheets. The towels were stained and the floors hadn't been vacuumed. I was so confused and honestly a little bit disgusted. And that experience reminded me exactly why I still do all of my vacation rental turnovers myself. Hey, I'm Caroline. I manage a couple of rental properties. I have a short-term, mid-term, and a long-term rental in the South Georgia area. And today I'm going to walk you through my short-term vacation rental turnover routine. I'll be honest, doing your turnovers or during your own turnovers it's not for everyone. It takes hours out of your week. It takes a couple hours depending on how the guests left the place and how large your place is. Here's my thinking. When I clean, I know it's done right. I'm not spot checking from a doorway or from photos. I'm in every nook and cranny, checking all the surfaces. I'm looking at the sheets. If something is stained, it doesn't go back on the bed. If a towel is looking rough, or even before it looks rough, it gets replaced. And that's not something that I can guarantee if I hand this off to someone else without having a really good process, like detailed process in place. And that vacation rental that we stayed in, it had great reviews, which tells me either the cleaner just didn't care, the host wasn't checking behind them, or I don't know, if people just didn't want to leave poor reviews. But I don't want a guest of mine walking into my place feeling what I felt that day. So my turnover actually starts before I ever get to the property. In the days leading up to today, I was washing sheets and towels just so I'm not scrambling the day of. And when I wash and dry all this stuff, I'm checking every single one before it gets put into my bin, and I'm looking at them. If it has a bleach spot on a towel, it gets taken out of rotation. If there's a stain or a pilling on the sheets, it gets taken out. I also restock my supply kit. For instance, I've got toilet paper here, and that's because last time I noted from my owner's closet that I'm getting kind of low. I keep a notes record on my phone of what is getting low. So that way, the next time I come, I will just restock. So that way, like, I'm not having to go, oh shoot, I don't have dish soap, or I don't have paper towels, and having to run to the store mid turnover because I've, forgot something. When I first walk in, I don't start cleaning immediately. I do a full walkthrough first, and there are a few things that I look for. And obvious damage. Is there anything broken? Anything stained? Is there anything missing? Or is anything out of place? I also look for things that guests leave behind. I've had bonnets, pillows, even wallets get left behind. And another tip, check your outside trash bin, because if you, like me, I have to manually take trash out and take it elsewhere to get dumped. More than once, I've had mountains of trash that I've had to deal with. I'm not judging, but you have to know and you have to plan what you're doing before you start your cleaning. So do a walkthrough first before you start your cleaning routine. Once I've done my walkthrough, I go in order. I do have a sequence, and it does matter. I mean, you don't want to mop the floors and then track through to, take trash out. This is the order that I do. First, I strip all the beds, and then I get the towels. All of that gets taken out immediately. At that point, I will go to the bathroom, do toilet bowl cleaner in the toilet, scrub the shower, go back, scrub the toilet, do the sink, and then I'll do all the glass surfaces, mirrors, glass, whatever in the bathroom. At this point, I'm not restocking. I'm just cleaning. So I'll take the trash out. I don't even do floors at this point yet. And then after the bathroom, I will hit the kitchen. I will do from top to bottom. I will do the appliances. Oh, if I have dirty dishes, I will do those first. And then I'll do the common areas and clean, I'll spot check windows, do common common services, checking the furniture. At that point, I will do the beds, like remaking the beds. So this is kind of where I start resetting, and it goes from cleaning to resetting. And I'm not rushing through this. I'm really looking at things, and I think that it makes a big difference when you're actually examining. At this point, that's where I start restocking. So I will put my towels in the kitchen, in the bathroom, and restock the bathroom, restock the kitchen, and then I'll kind of step back and look at the space, make sure that pillows are just right and that the bedding looks good, and I'll make sure everything goes where it's supposed to go. I have a place for remotes, and you want it to look similar to the photos. People are going to compare what they book to what they walk into. If it matches, or even better, if it exceeds what they were expecting, that's a 5-star review waiting to happen. So before I leave, I walk through one more time, fresh eyes, as if I'm looking at it the way a guest would, seeing it for the first time. And today I expect it to take me anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. That's a pretty standard clean for my tiny house. Anyways, am I going to do this forever? Probably not. And if I add another property or two, I will absolutely need help. But when I do bring someone in, I will have a detailed plan and process before ever doing it. And I'll still be on site. I will still be doing a walkthrough, because I've seen what happens when no one's watching and when no one's paying attention. So if you're a vacation rental host or thinking about starting one, I am documenting everything on this channel. The turnovers, the maintenance, the guest situations, all of it. Make sure to like this video and hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. And if you have any questions about managing your own short-term, mid-term, long-term rental, drop them in the comments. I will be happy to read them. And also, if you've got any tips of your own, or if you have anything that you're like, hey, you're totally missing out on doing this, let me know. All right, I'll see you in the next one.